Did you know that eating eggs the wrong way could be silently harming your health after 60? It might sound shocking, especially since eggs are often praised as one of the healthiest foods on the planet. But here's the truth. Making just a few small mistakes with how you prepare or consume them can increase cholesterol, lead to heart problems, and even contribute to cognitive decline. Most people don't even realize they're making these mistakes every single day, but the science is clear. Ignoring these simple diet habits could be the difference between eggs protecting your health or putting you at risk. So today, we're diving into the 5 biggest mistakes that make eggs harmful to your health after 60. Before we get started, I want to thank all our amazing subscribers. Your support means everything, and your comments truly help shape the content we bring to you. And if you're new here, welcome! Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insightful health tips. Now, let's get into it. Mistake number 5. Overloading on eggs every single day. Most people believe that eggs are a perfect superfood, packed with protein, vitamins, and healthy fats, so they assume eating them daily is a smart choice. But here's what they don't realize. As we age, our bodies don't process cholesterol the same way they once did. What worked in your 30 or 40s could now be silently raising your risk of heart disease. Take Dr. Thomas Ridgway, a 62-year-old retired surgeon. He had always been health conscious and believed eggs were the best way to start his day. Every morning, without fail, he ate 4 scrambled eggs with cheese. He felt strong, energetic, and never thought twice about his routine. But after his routine blood work showed a steady increase in LDL cholesterol, he started experiencing chest discomfort while climbing stairs. A visit to his cardiologist revealed that his cholesterol levels had climbed beyond the recommended range. His doctor explained that as we age, our ability to process dietary cholesterol declines. A study in the Journal of Nutrition confirmed that older adults metabolize cholesterol less efficiently, making them more vulnerable to artery plaque buildup. So, does this mean eggs should be avoided completely? Not at all. Eggs still provide essential nutrients, but moderation is key. The American Heart Association recommends that older adults stick to 3 or 4 eggs per week, especially if they have high cholesterol. Balancing eggs with fiber-rich foods like oats, berries, and avocados can help regulate cholesterol absorption. For Dr. Ridgway, simply cutting down on eggs and incorporating more plant-based proteins helped lower his cholesterol and improve his heart health in just a few months. But while eating too many eggs can be a problem, how you cook them can be even worse. Many people unknowingly turn their eggs into a hidden source of inflammation and heart disease just by preparing them the wrong way. And that brings us to our next mistake. Mistake number 4. Cooking eggs at extremely high temperatures. Imagine this. You wake up, crack some eggs into a sizzling hot pan, crank up the heat, and in minutes, you've got a plate of golden brown scrambled eggs. Seems harmless, right? But what if I told you that cooking eggs at high temperatures could turn them into a hidden health hazard? That's exactly what happened to Linda Carmichael, a 67-year-old fitness instructor. She had always been mindful of her diet, believing that healthy eating was the key to staying active as she aged. But there was one thing she refused to compromise on. She liked her eggs well done, with crispy edges and dark golden yolks. She assumed that cooking them thoroughly made them safer and easier to digest. What she didn't know was that her cooking method was slowly contributing to her inflammation, joint pain. At first, she blamed it on aging and the intensity of her workouts, but when the stiffness got worse, her doctor suggested she look at her diet. He explained that oxidized cholesterol from overcooked foods, especially eggs, can fuel chronic inflammation, one of the leading causes of joint pain, aging, and cardiovascular disease. Linda was skeptical. She had eaten eggs this way for years without any issues. But after diving into the research, she was shocked to learn the truth. According to a study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, exposing eggs to extremely high heat alters the structure of cholesterol, leading to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a key contributor to inflammation, aging, and heart disease. The longer and hotter you cook your eggs, the more harmful oxidized cholesterol is formed. The difference is subtle, but it adds up over time. And for older adults whose bodies are already more susceptible to inflammation and oxidative damage, this simple cooking mistake could accelerate health problems. So what's the best way to cook eggs without ruining their nutrients? Low and slow is the key. Methods like soft boiling, poaching, or light scrambling on low heat help retain essential nutrients while preventing the formation of harmful oxidized cholesterol. After switching to softer cooked eggs, Linda noticed a difference. Her joint stiffness eased up, and she felt less bloated after meals. She still enjoyed her eggs, but this time she cooked them in a way that worked with her body, not against it. But here's the thing, even if you cook eggs the right way, what you pair them with can either boost or wreck their health benefits. And that brings us to our next mistake. Mistake number 3. Pairing eggs with processed meats like bacon or sausage. Now, let's talk about a classic breakfast combination that many people can't imagine giving up. Eggs with processed meats. Whether it's bacon, sausage, or ham, this pairing has been a staple in American households for generations. The smell of sizzling bacon in the morning feels comforting, almost nostalgic. But what if I told you that this beloved duo might be silently harming your health after 60? At first glance, eggs and processed meats seem like a high-protein, energy-boosting meal, especially for older adults who need to maintain muscle mass. But the real danger isn't in the eggs, it's in the processed meats that come with them. The problem lies in the high amounts of saturated fats, sodium, and chemical preservatives that these meats contain, which can wreak havoc on your body over time. Let's look at Robert Harris, a 72-year-old retired police officer. Like clockwork, every morning he would wake up, fry 2 eggs in butter, and pair them with sausage links. For decades, it was his routine, a meal that made him feel full, satisfied, and ready to start the day. But over time, things started to change. He noticed his energy levels dropping, his digestion becoming sluggish, and worst of all, his blood pressure creeping dangerously high. Doctors initially suspected genetics, but when Robert's nutritional habits were examined, the culprit became clear: his daily intake of processed meats. Sausages, bacon, and other cured meats contain high levels of nitrates and nitrites, preservatives that extend shelf life but also pose serious health risks. Once ingested, these compounds can form nitrosamines, dangerous carcinogens linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Cancer found that consuming processed meats regularly can increase the risk of colorectal cancer by up to 18%. This is because the combination of high-heat cooking and preservatives leads to the formation of toxic compounds that damage the digestive lining and trigger inflammation. But cancer isn't the only concern. These meats are also loaded with sodium and unhealthy fats, which contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that diets high in processed meats are linked to an increased risk of dementia, largely due to their effects on vascular health and inflammation. So, what's the solution? You don't have to give up your morning eggs, but it's time to rethink what you pair them with. Instead of processed meats, opt for heart-friendly alternatives like avocado, grilled tomatoes, or sautéed mushrooms. If you still crave a protein boost, consider wild-caught salmon or organic turkey slices, both of which provide essential omega-3 fatty acids that protect the heart and brain. Making this switch isn't just about avoiding disease, it's about fueling your body with the right nutrients to stay active, sharp, and energetic as you age. Now that we've covered what not to eat with your eggs, let's talk about another major mistake, one that most people never think about, yet it directly impacts the quality of the eggs you're putting on your plate. Mistake number 2, choosing the wrong type of eggs. Not all eggs are created equal, and choosing the wrong ones can significantly impact your health. Many people assume an egg is just an egg. After all, they all look the same on the outside. But the truth is, the quality of the egg you eat matters far more than you think. especially after 60. Let's take Diana and Rick, a retired couple from Georgia. They had always prided themselves on being smart shoppers. Every Sunday, they'd visit the local supermarket, scanning for the best deals, and when it came to eggs, they always grabbed the cheapest carton without a second thought. For years, everything seemed fine, until Rick started experiencing gut issues. At first, it was minor bloating after breakfast. Then came the occasional nausea, followed by full-blown digestive discomfort that wouldn't go away. Concerned, Diana decided to take a closer look at their diet, and one of the first things she noticed was that they were eating eggs every single morning. Determined to find answers, she started researching and was shocked to discover the stark difference between factory-farmed eggs and their higher-quality counterparts. What she learned changed the way they ate forever. A study from Food Science and Nutrition found that pasture-raised eggs contain up to 3 times more omega-3 fatty acids and 40% more vitamin D than conventionally farmed eggs. These essential nutrients are crucial for older adults. They help reduce inflammation, protect heart health, and support bone strength. But that's not all. Mass-produced eggs, like the ones Rick and Diana had been eating, often come from hens that live in overcrowded conditions, are routinely treated with antibiotics, and are fed diets low in essential nutrients. This affects the nutritional value of the eggs they lay, meaning consumers like you and me get fewer health benefits and more potential contaminants. And here's the most concerning part. Studies have shown that eggs from caged hens have higher levels of harmful chemicals, including pesticide residues and antibiotic-resistant bacteria. These contaminants can disrupt gut health, weaken the immune system, and even contribute to long-term inflammation, issues that are already more common in older adults. So what's the better choice? Opt for pasture-raised, organic, or omega-3 enriched eggs to ensure you're getting the most health benefits. These eggs come from hens that roam freely, eat a more natural diet, and aren't exposed to the same level of harmful substances. Not only do they taste richer and fresher, but they also provide the essential nutrients your body needs as you age. Diana and Rick made the switch, and within weeks, Rick noticed an improvement in his digestion and overall energy levels. Their morning omelet was no longer just a meal. It was a powerful source of health and longevity. But egg quality isn't the only thing that matters. How you prepare your eggs can either protect their nutrients or turn them into a health risk. And that brings us to the next mistake, one that many people unknowingly make every single morning. Mistake number 1, throwing away the yolks. For decades, the myth that egg yolks are bad for cholesterol has been drilled into our minds. Doctors, health magazines, and even fitness trainers once warned us that yolks were the enemy, loaded with cholesterol, dangerous for the heart, and something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the shocking truth. Skipping yolks could be one of the biggest mistakes older adults make when it comes to their health. Let's talk about Gloria Monroe, a 65-year-old retired librarian from South Carolina. Like many of us, she grew up hearing that egg whites were the healthier choice, and that yolks were nothing but cholesterol-packed trouble. So for more than 20 years, she dutifully separated her eggs every morning, scrambling up whites, tossing out the yolks, and feeling proud of her so-called heart-healthy decision. But as time passed, Gloria started noticing subtle changes. She'd walk into a room and forget why she was there. She struggled to find the right words in conversations, and her energy levels dropped drastically. She blamed it on aging. After all, memory fog, fatigue, and mild depression were just part of getting older, right? Wrong. At her next doctor's visit, a routine blood test revealed low choline levels, a critical nutrient for brain health. The doctor asked her about her diet, and when she mentioned she'd been avoiding egg yolks, he wasn't surprised. "You might think you've been doing yourself a favor," he told her. "But in reality, you've been depriving your brain of an essential nutrient." Egg yolks are one of the richest sources of choline, a compound that supports memory, learning, and cognitive function. In fact, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that low choline levels are linked to a higher risk of dementia and cognitive decline. This is particularly concerning for older adults, since the body's ability to produce choline naturally declines with age. That means if you're not getting enough from your diet, your brain is the one paying the price. And it's not just your brain that suffers. Egg yolks also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful antioxidants that protect your eyes from age macular degeneration, a condition that affects millions of older adults worldwide. In simpler terms, eating yolks could help you keep your vision sharp for years to come. Still worried about cholesterol? Here's what most people don't realize. The cholesterol in egg yolks does not automatically raise blood cholesterol. Studies have shown that for most people, dietary cholesterol has little effect on heart disease risk. The real problem comes from trans fats and excessive refined sugars, not from whole, natural foods like eggs. Instead of throwing away the yolks, enjoy them in moderation. If you're concerned about cholesterol, balance your diet with fiber-rich foods like spinach, whole grains, and beans, which can help regulate blood fat levels. Gloria took her doctor's advice and reintroduced egg yolks into her diet. Within a few months, she felt the difference. Her focus improved, her energy levels increased, and even her mood seemed brighter. So before you toss out another yolk, remember this: nature designed the egg as a complete, nutrient-rich food. Don't let outdated myths rob you of its full benefits. And that brings us to the end of our list. The 5 biggest mistakes that make eggs harmful to your health after 60. Avoiding these mistakes isn't about giving up eggs completely. It's about eating them the right way. Which mistake surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more life-changing health tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.